after the first wave of people going west kind of ended right around 1850, 1857, we actually end up with the military, as I mentioned earlier, coming here to Fort Bridger. Now, their intention originally was to continue on to Utah and to put down the Mormon insurrection, I guess you could say. It was this case of the President of the United States having to decide, do I fight the Mormons or do I fight the slavery issue? Well, the easier option is to go fight somebody in the West that nobody cares about and nobody's heard of. Okay, so the army comes here, they do their stuff with the Utah War, nothing happens really, and then they come back here and they establish this as a fort. Okay, so and then, as we said, they go off and fight in the Civil War. Their original commander actually dies. He's actually the most highly ranked commander to die during the Civil War. And post-Civil War life, well, we still have this fort. It's still a military operation. They expand the surroundings and make it all military, and they bring back people to kind of serve here in the barracks. Part of what they were going to do was possibly put down any Indian rebellions, anything going on like that, because what we've got in the second wave after the Civil War is more people moving west. And why are they doing it? Well, number one, it's a lot easier. We're going to have the railroad. It takes only 9 days to cross on the railroad instead of 6 months to walk. And as you can see, nobody wants to walk around here, especially if there's snow on the ground. Now, I know there's not much snow on the ground, but there is snow on the ground. And if you were caught down here trying to walk this, you know, before the railroad and there was snow on the ground, you pretty were going to die. So with the railroad coming along, more people start coming, and there's another reason why they come as well. The government starts giving out land for free, practically. Now, they had to do a couple of things, but essentially what's instituted is what's known as the Homestead Act. And so basically they start parceling out land, and everybody wants to come west because land is kind of the American dream. And as you guys remember, it's part of that manifest destiny that we've been talking about. Okay, well, the only problem, of course, is that if you're giving away land, somebody else is already on here, because what we're looking at right here is actually Shoshone territory. Yes, you're right, this is Native American land. And so when you start bringing more people to the west, the Native Americans who already own the land are not going to be happy about it. And so what you would expect to see is some sort of fighting. Now, here with the Shoshone, you're not going to see as much fighting as you would see with some other groups. Say, for example, the Sioux up in Montana, they are going to actually kill an entire cavalry of men, every single one of them, successfully. And that's going to create more tensions down the road, okay? So eventually the Native Americans will be put on reservations, and there will be some stipulations that will go with that, and that's known as the Dawes Act. And of course there will be more things that we see with Native Americans as well further on down the road that we'll talk about